They did a good job of getting their guys early. They didn't rotate them around. They didn't get a whole bunch, change at the last minute like we did last time, so they've really honed this group of players. So, I think that's going to give them their best shot. Looking at what they did and the time they had to do it, I don't see any other way they could have done to prepare better than they have. Are they the 12 best players in the country?
No,
they're not the 12. That's not the point. The point is to get the best team out there. And I think that's what they've done. They really it's a well-constructed team. They got good size. They got shooters. They got point guards who can shoot and penetrate. They got a couple of defensive stopping role players on their team. Not everybody just a superstar looking to get their shots. So it's a well-constructed team, and I think that's the difference between this team and teams in the past. It's not just an all-star team. It's really a team that's been constructed. This time is really important right now because it's home. It's for the World Championships, and it's really our first real big gung-ho try. But I don't think this should necessarily be the end-all of it. It's not the beginning and the end. I really think the team's going to do well, personally. To me, it'll be an upset in my own mind if they don't make top three. It really will. But I don't really want to say that all the time publicly because it puts a lot of pressure on them. But that's just really my inside thought, my own thought process of watching them and seeing the preparation, who's in charge in terms of Hotshot, with the support of Norman and Jong, and and then the financial backing that they have. It's been well planned and well, like I said, I keep saying the word well constructed. So yeah, this one's really crucial, especially it's home. Yeah, I think it's a great time to to really show where we are in Asian basketball. To show that we're really a power. I think we all know we're a power. That they don't know we're a power. We all know it, but we just haven't had an opportunity to really show it. And they just got to come out and play through their joy of playing in front of their home crowd. The fact that it's at home allows us to really galvanize and really support them more than time. Coaching staff will just say, "Coach, is there any way we can get tickets?" And they're all sold out. So can we go there as a staff? I'm just tickled pink that it's all sold out. I'll get to watch it on TV. So I'm sure I won't be there to listen because I'll have to watch it on TV. But I'm sure, again, I think I've said this before in one of the interviews about this, but one of the things that's really important in tournaments, the playoffs, or even in the course of a game is momentum. And coaches always talk about momentum. And what momentum allows a team to do is play beyond their talent. It allows them to play beyond their talent. Then momentum is oftentimes dictated, more times than not dictated by the crowd. The crowd is, like you see these great momentum runs that he never makes, and one of the reasons they'll never say die teams is because the crowds won't let them say die. They won't let them quit because they'll be on them and pushing, and then once they get a couple things going, the crowd starts going crazy. And so the crowd oftentimes dictates the momentum. And when you're playing in Thailand or Japan or Korea, you don't have that crowd that's going to feed you that momentum. And so you have a tendency to play only at this level. But playing at home, we have the opportunity as a country to give this team great momentum. And it needs to be loud, and it needs to be raucous. And they need to galvanize and galvanize the players and make them play beyond, their normal play. And that'll give them momentum, and that's when you play above your talent. And we can play China, we play Iran, we even play like Taipei or, even some of the so-called lesser teams. We're going to win, we're going to need to play beyond our level, beyond our talent. And that's what the home crowd's going to bring. They're sincerely the sixth man of that team. They really are. And if they do make it, and I probably shouldn't say this. I won't be surprised if they win the whole thing. If they upset China or they upset Iran at a crucial time. And if they do that, it's going to be for one reason, and that's because of the crowd. It's a special moment for all of us.